there. So guess what? Doing core work doesn't have to be laying on the ground or going into a push-up or plank position. In fact, one of my most favorite ways to strengthen the core is standing up. We call it upright core. So I want to show you one of my most favorite exercises in bar 3 that also kind of looks like a warrior 1 that can help you connect to your core and even challenge it just while you're standing up. And there are some bonuses. You're gonna also do a great hip flexor stretch as well as engage your glutes if we do some special tweaks to make sure you turn them on right. So the first thing is often women complain of feeling this just sense of disconnect in their abdomen following birth, and that can stay with them for 5 to 10 years later. So we want to make sure that we align the body, and that's going to help you set your core and feel that connection. So the first thing is when we deliver a baby or when we're pregnant, our abs do this, and it kind of looks like a sway back. So the back curve increases, the ribs lift up in the front, and the pelvis tips forward. And so it kind of creates this open wedge, and the belly is just lengthened. So the first thing we want to do is work on stacking the ribs over the pelvis. You'll notice my lumbar curve got less, and this got shorter in the front. That is the first step, and we're going to work to maintain that, and that will be our exercise. So you're going to stagger your feet. You're going to put one leg behind you, bend the front leg, and you're going to slightly bend the back leg. I'm going to switch legs so you can see that better. So the front leg will bend, the back leg will bend a little bit so that you don't have your back arching, because we want to keep this shortened in the front. So you're going to feel a really good stretch here. Now, if you don't feel your glutes and you only feel thighs, let's work on that. So work on tucking your bum a little bit to feel your glute activate. If you don't feel the front leg glute, press your knee out a little bit or turn your toe out a little bit to work on thinking of rotating your knees out a little bit. Keep that stacked, and the last thing we're gonna do is raise one arm up and the other one, all while not letting go of that stacked rib position. Do not let this happen. So keep those ribs down, glutes on, raise your arms up overhead for 10 to 30 seconds each side, and you should feel a good amount of work in your core starting to work, and your glutes, and a nice hip flexor stretch. So try that both sides, see how it feels. This should not be painful, and make sure that you can breathe smoothly throughout. If you want to count time with your breaths, 5 slow, nice meandering breaths is going to be about half of a minute, and that would be perfect.